Welcome, Scorpio. I almost said Taurus. I just did Taurus. Welcome, Scorpio, to your weekly tarot reading. I'm Veronica. This is Veronica's Dreams, and this reading is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and for the week of May 10th. Let's get going here. I am using the Align deck by Veronica's Dreams, and I'm making a mess. Every time I say that, I make a mess. There's got to be something with that. I don't know. Um, I don't know. It is, I still have to get it printed, but I've made a prototype and I'm using it for a while. I am looking for a printer now, and I got to figure out my box design. But other than that, the box design won't take me too long because it will be that. Okay, so what do our Scorpios need to know? Nine of Clarity, which is Nine of Swords for those of you who are following. Seven of Clarity. Ooh. Ace of Clarity. Well, I like the way it ends, but it's going to be, feels like a little bit of a tough week. Not necessarily bad because that Ace of Clarity is really nice coming in at the end. Unexpected. Death card, which I like as well. I have a Scorpio moon in me, so let's see. Challenge. Ooh, Knight of Pentacles. That's being patient, right? Advice is Two of Clarity. Bottom of the deck is the Six of Wands. Wow. It's such different energy than what's here. You've got all swords except for two in this. Interesting. So, Six of Wands is recognition. There may have been something that you were recognized about or you felt recognized. It felt good. I will be honest with you, but it does feel like with that Nine of Clarity there, which is like the Nine of Swords, it kind of like left you very stressed for some reason. So there's some feeling of being very stressed here. You've got the Seven of Clarity, which is coming up middle of the week. Now I'm going to clarify this because I do feel like though I don't think anyone's taken anything from you, but you're going to feel like it, or you're going to believe that that's happening. Like maybe, someone's taking advantage of you or not being honest or some kind of deceit going on. I don't think it's happening. We'll clarify it. We'll get into it because I feel like with this ace coming in at the end, this is why I don't feel that way, is because you're going to understand it by the end of the week. And you're going to say, okay, I get it. I see everything that I need to see here. Or, this is that aha moment, seeing clearly, also voicing very clearly. We'll go ahead and clarify these three before we move on to the other cards. Tell me more about this Nine of Clarity for our Scorpios. Nine of Cups. Ten of Cups. Well, for some of you, this is absolutely could be a relationship that you've been really dreaming about, wanting, and I feel like maybe they recognized you, but for some reason it's leading you to being stressed about it. Maybe you're thinking too much, like, is this going to happen? Is this not going to happen? Kind of overthinking the situation a little bit. But you're happy about it, but maybe that's why you're getting stressed because you really, I really want this. I really, really want this Nine of Cups, and it feels like it could be really good. And it's leading you to being a little overwhelmed here. So let's take a look more further into the Seven of Clarity. What is this about? What are you feeling like you're being deceived, or are you? Or let's dig a little deeper. What is this Seven of Clarity for our Scorpios here? Reflection and King of Pentacles. Yeah, this could be, some of you could be really looking at a relationship with a earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, because I feel like that reflection is you really taking that time to reflect on something. Now, keep in mind the Six of Wands, I also believe it's about, you know, oh my God, I can't think of the word. Is that not being recognized? But it's also about recognizing things within yourself as well. And I think this is kind of what's happening here. You feel like I feel like you've been looking really hard at this situation. Now, this king could be a relationship because we had that 10 and 9 of cups clarifying earlier, or it could be like a job. This king could be a boss type person, manager, supervisor, head of some. I mean, it could be the big guy, but I feel like you feel like someone is taking something from you because you've looked at this situation and it feels off to you, and it's coming from this earth sign or boss person. How is that? I don't know. I feel like you're just, but I do feel like I really honestly believe that you will feel that way, and it may like kind of irritate you, and that's where the stress, and then the stress. But I feel like with this ace coming in, that's what's changing it. There's something that you see that you go, oh, shoot, that's not really what's happening. This is what's really happening. So tell me about this ace of clarity. So, yeah, I mean, that's magician and tower. Whoa, whoa. Okay. So when I read the magician card, a lot, for those of you who don't know, I read it sometimes as sleight of hand, which also can couple in with that 7 of clarity there. You've got the magician with the tower. And yes, you thought someone was hiding something from you or not being completely honest. That's why you were stressed. You felt like things weren't right, but there's something that takes a major change that allows you to see things truly as they are, clear and concise. And that's what's happening here, though. So know that there's going to be a change coming in that's going to allow you to see things clearly. The change comes surprisingly because it's the tower, right? It's not just a normal change, but it's also a clarifier. So know that something is shifting. You have the death card in the unexpected, which this is you changing. This is you growing. This is you shedding old skin. However you want to look at the death card, let's take a deeper look into the death, because to me this could be the tower. You see what you're doing, which is you see things clearly because you're changing. Yeah, 5 of clarity with the 9 of wands. You are seeing very much, but I feel like with this 9 of wands coupled with this card is you realize that this isn't really happening. And you know that you can't keep thinking this way, being stressed, worried about whether someone's taking advantage of you or not, or being, kind of deceitful. Um, and this death is you changing that because you're tired, like you're tired of having to feel that way. And that 5 of swords is the fight. And that's what you're getting rid of. That's the energy that you're removing and getting rid of. So then we have our challenge, which is the Knight of Pentacles. So this is patience. Keep moving forward. You're going to struggle with that because I feel like with what's happening here, this is something that I'm not going to say you're making it up. You're not. But there's something that's leading you to believe something that may not be true. And the Knight of Pentacles being in your challenge is asking you to kind of keep moving forward with this situation. You need to know more. You do learn more with this Ace of Clarity, but you need to keep moving. Tell me more about this Knight of Pentacles. Yep, death with the 2 of Cups. Yes. This is something, this relationship or situation, 2 of Cups, is changing. It's got the death card there. So this is, but you have to be patient and let it develop, because it's not going to develop overnight. That's the Knight of Pentacles. So there might be something you're not being super patient about. And your advice is the 2 of Swords or 2 of Clarity here, knowing you can't stay in a position where you're not making a decision. You will have to make a decision on how to move forward. You can't sit with both ideas in your hands for too long without losing both of the things. I want this, I want this. Well, eventually you're going to lose them both if you don't make a decision here. So I do feel like that's what the advice is telling you. Make that choice, make that decision, Get moving forward. Let's pull a couple more cards for you, Scorpio. This feels like a kind of a hard reading. I don't feel like it's going to be a hard week. I feel like it's going to, there is things though that are, you're going to have to deal with. So not necessarily hard, but kind of hard. What else? Okay, strength. Yeah, stay strong. Stay strong. It's going to take strength. It's going to take patience. To me, this is like patient strength too. Um, Especially if you're not normally a patient person, that this, it does take strength to be patient. And then the Five of Wands is really, I think, you're going to have this fight, but it's not with other people, it's within yourself. And you're having this conflict within yourself about what to do and how to do it. And I think with this Knight of Pentacles in your challenge is keep moving forward. Don't stall because of this conflict that you're working out within yourself. Keep moving forward. Don't stall yourself. Because this can, like, sometimes, when you're overthinking stuff or getting in that kind of thinking about something and it may not even be true, you're not moving forward with other things either. So you won't be able to make a good decision if you just kind of allow yourself to stay in that position. So there you have your reading, Scorpio. I hope you enjoyed this. I do personal readings, veronicasdreams.net. 50% off right now if you're interested, especially if you want to continue this reading or something completely different. Anyway, hit that thumbs up button, leave me a comment. I appreciate you. Have a beautiful week.